Alright guys, and welcome back to Let's Learn Fighting Games. It's Dead or Alive 6 time, and I'm here with my guys, Jared to the left, and my man, the Apprentice, to the right. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this, really.
Yeah, man. You know, just a little background, Dead or Alive 6, at least Dead or Alive series in SoCal. We ran it for SCR, and we got some help from some guys in San Diego to help us out on that, right? But I never really developed the scene as a weekly scene, or not even like a weekend scene. So I'm like, I got really frustrated because I know these guys are around. It's just we really need to start over and figure out like how we can bring this stuff some more visibility in the West, because all these tournaments are always on the East Coast. They have a huge, vibrant scene. West Coast, I think we got it too. And these gentlemen right here are going to help us learn some Dead or Alive 6 action. So without further ado, Jared, can you let everybody know, like, why Dead or Alive, man? Why do you like this game over most other? What's your take?
Personally, I like all fighting games. I'm just one of those guys.
You're one of those guys.
I really like Dead or Alive. I started with Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
And I feel like it really tests your knowledge of a game. Just to win at this game, I feel like you need to have a large knowledge base, but it's not impenetrable sort of knowledge. It's sort of like you pick it up and you're like, okay, that's how that role works, and you sort of implement it in the game. And I also feel like it really tests your mix-up capability. Okay. This game, you need to have a strong mix-up game. You can't just run the same set over and over and over again. And I like that as a defender, because if I'm playing against a guy and he's only got one trick, that one trick is going to only get him so far. But in this game, that trick will maybe get you around, but you need to have a full, well-rounded style of play to find success in this game.
Interesting. And Apprentice?
I like this game because, honestly, I started with this game. I started this game back when Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore was out.
Oh.
Surprisingly, my first Dead or Alive game, you might not believe this, but it was actually Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
We're not judging, man.
I started off with that game. However, once I found about the fighting game part of it, that's when I really started getting involved into this game. The reason I like it is because the characters are very unique.
Okay.
The fighting styles are unique.
Yep.
The environments, just the play style in general. It's not really something that you see in many other fighting games. And that's really what brought me onto this whole scene in the first place. I started playing competitively maybe around late 2014.
Okay.
And ever since, I've just been at it.
Man, that's great to hear. It's a rarity to find players that start from Dead or Alive, but I mean, it's the power of the game. You know, the game, fighting games, they do bring in this whole huge populace of fighting games players in general. As Jared plays so many games, I play a lot of games. I even played this in the arcade when it was out. So like, I've dabbled into all this stuff, but there is, like you said, a uniqueness to it that makes you push forward. So speaking of the uniqueness, let's check out the game. Jared, you want to drive?
Go to training mode here.
Okay. So again, yeah, we are going to training mode because we are training mode monsters. But there are other modes. There's quests and there's story mode, right? And then there's like there's arcade mode.
Expansive story mode. It's kind of like the. It's very cinematic. It's a lot of. If you like anime, you'll probably dig the Dead or Alive story because it's very anime.
Ah, right. So now you're setting your buttons, and how's usually the. Oh, okay. And then can you also set him up?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. That's
me.
him. Oh, you use pad or stick?
I use pad.
You use pad? Okay, that's cool. Go ahead.
All right. Well, unless you have a special request for character, I kind of want to show people Bass because he's a very underrepresented character in this game, I think. And I think in this particular version, Dead or Alive 6, he is extremely strong. So I want to see that I want to show people that this game is not just about the ladies.
Well, before we actually get into your pick of the character, when you see this, okay, especially you, like when you played this for the first time, how did you make your character selection?
Interesting. Back when I started playing Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, I had a bit of a character crisis.
Okay.
I tried out the ninjas, I tried out Lei Fang, Bass, I tried out Bayman even, but the character that stuck to me the most before the introduction of Elliot was iThe.
Uh-huh.
He was pretty much the character for me up until Dead or Alive 4. And then after Dead or Alive 4 was introduced, that's when I switched over to Elliot.
So you did mention the ninjas. Was like initially when you very first played this game, you were like, oh, the ninjas look cool. So you based it on the look. Did more so in the game style, or how did you?
I based it more off of their play style.
Your play style.
It fit. I wanted to learn what fit me best.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, at the time, I didn't really fit my play style. He's just very beat down, very simple, really.
Okay.
He was a very simple character to use, and he was a lot of fun, especially back during Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, the re-release of Dead or Alive 2.
Right. And then Jared, like when you first picked up Dead or Alive,
Okay.
What? How did you make your character selection?
I first played Dead or Alive in 2004, Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore. It was one of the first online fighting games.
Okay. Yes.
I had played like Street Fighter when I was a kid, but I didn't understand him. So that game had like random lobbies where someone could join in, play winner stays, and then it was a list of people waiting, kind of like the arcades. You know? And I went into a room, and I'm also a sports fan, and I saw a guy's name was Tom Brady. I was like, Tom Brady? Tom Brady plays this game?
Tom Brady.
So I went in that room, and he had this was right when the game came out, so this is very early in the game's life. He had like a 40-something game win streak with this character who was like this karate guy, death fists, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this guy can win 40 games in a row with this character, that's what I want to use.
Okay.
So as time went on, I used him. And then...
which character was that?
It was iThe.
It was iThe.
Sorry,
Okay.
it was iThe. And then I came across a character that I couldn't beat. And I was like, man, this character is so cheap. I can't do anything. It was still early in my fighting game process. I was like, I'm going to learn this character to learn how to beat this character, which was Ayane. And then it eventually became that just became my main character. So for me, it was all about I'm always like this. Like I always pick good characters. Who is a good character, but not just a good character, but who is also fun for me to use. Like their strengths complement my strengths as a player.
So you pick the good characters, however, they have to be fun.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, and sometimes it's dumb luck to see like a character you pick up happens to be good, and you just like find all the stuff with them.
Yeah.
And then otherwise you're kind of soul searching, but you know the top characters. Some of them are like, man, you know what? This just doesn't.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be creative with them, right? So or the other ones is like maybe I can do something that everybody else is not doing.
Yes.
And take my game to the next level.
Yes. Or maybe there's a character that's not as good, but their strengths as a character match up with your strengths as a player, and it's just a match made in heaven, and you're just able to get results with this character that's kind of slept on.
Yeah.
And I think this game, the tier list, is pretty condensed just because of the way the system works. To me, it's a lot like Tekken. Like Tekken, if you're good at Tekken, it doesn't matter if you pick a low. Like if we saw the Tekken World Tour,
yes, it doesn't matter.
A Panda player one. This game is very similar because although some characters have strengths in areas and weaknesses in others, the whole system is like sort of the one of the centerpieces of this game, and it allows characters, maybe they're a little slower, maybe they don't do as much damage, to sort of even the ground, to get a read on your opponent and to get big damage off of it.
Yep. So, without further ado, gentlemen, go ahead and pick your characters here, and then yeah, you gotta set them up.
Yeah, he's gotta just go over to the right.
Yep, that one.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Get in there.
Who did you want? Because I have to pick. Oh, no, you can pick. Never
Yeah,
mind.
I was going to pick
Different times.
Elliot, my main character.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So
remember, this is for a lot of people that have no idea how to play Dead or Alive, and then some people that are kind of like brushing up on their skills. What is the first thing to learn outside of going into the moveless mode?
Right.
Because that's obviously we don't have time for that.
Right.
But the very basics of what they should know.
So this game works on a triangle system, which means it's sort of like rock, paper, scissors. There are attacks, which are just your punch and kick.
Yep.
There's holds, which is back and the block button, up, back and the block button. It's different, and that's your counter. It counters the move. If you do the right counter for the right hit level, you're going to counter them. And then there's throws, which beat holds. So attacks beat throws. So if someone's throwing you, no matter what the timing is, if you attack, you're going to hit them. Throws beat holds. It's 160% revision. So if you hold and you get thrown, you're eating extra chunky damage.
Let's show 'em.
Massive amount of
let's
damage.
Let's actually go to Unforgettable, because it's a good stage. It's got everything unique about Dead or Alive almost as far as the stages go. That's another thing I really like about this game. Stages are a huge part of the matches. Spatial awareness is extremely important. Even if something is like behind you but kind of far back, a lot of moves in this game, if you get juggled, that's super far pushback, so you're going to hit that. So you need to know. You need to be aware of where you're standing at all times in this game.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
the stages are what make Dead or Alive Dead or Alive.
Right.
So as you were saying, the triangle system.
Yes.
So
there's 4 buttons. There's punch, there's kick,
okay,
there's guard,
guard.
and then there's the new S button, which is new to this game, and that brings in the whole new sidestep system or a fatal blow system. So you can either do an attack with neutral S, and then that puts you in a fatal stun, which you can't counter out of unless you have meter.
So that's if you get counter hitted, right?
No, anytime you get hit by this move right here, it goes into this chain.
Right,
it's just your
okay.
S attack, and he goes into that. All uncounterable unless you have meter. And then with the other thing you can do with the S button is sidestep, which is new to well, not new, but it's a new and improved version of their sidestep system.
So show them what the triangle system does.
Okay.
In the very core, the very beginning part of this, because we can dive deep into the expert stuff, but the basics first, because this part will make or break anybody trying to get into the game.
So a lot of people are worried about the hold system.
Yes.
They say, I don't want to get hell. I don't want to get countered.
Yep.
If I hit someone, I don't want to get countered.
Yes.
But if your opponent is predictable and is always countering, do me a favor. I'm going to let's see. How can I set this up? I'm just going to do jab, and then you're going to counter.
All right.
Oh, you got it.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so this is what the throw does normally. That's just on normal hit, all right? And then if someone wants to counter, they're eating half their
Massive
life.
amount of damage.
yeah,
That's
so
half health
you-
gone.
So that's the triangle system in work.
You guessed
That worked.
wrong on
Yeah.
that part, or you held a wrong position. Like you held instead of holding high, you went low. Oh no, actually, high is actually okay. So if you hold low, it actually goes under high.
Right, it's
that's
right.
a unique system.
Right.
So
It does a tech crouch.
if he jabs and I counter low, the throw will miss entirely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a legit strat, because I see a lot of people just kind of like use that as a feint, walk in and just do that because they know that you're a low kick happy person.
But low holds have a little bit more recovery, so if you're trying to escape with it, you're just going to get hit. by it.
Is that new?
It started with 5.
Five.
So started to add more recovery
Okay.
in the low holds.
Yeah, see, that's the last one I played, my man.
So,
okay.
so if say I predict he's going to counter and he doesn't, he attacks. So I'm going to jab and then you do an attack.
Right.
So that hits me high counter. So see how much damage that did? It's a combo starter. And then just do it normally? Oh, it's pretty similar actually. That's a weird move. But usually it does a lot more damage if you get hit while you're trying to throw someone.
Yeah, interesting thing about like okay, so an attack always beats a throw.
Yes.
Right.
So and the unique part about this game is that if the attack is already out, no matter where the throw is, it'll always lose. It's not like
Right.
in Street Fighter, a throw can be meatied and you can't attack out of it.
You're never throwing buttons.
You're
Unless
never
it's a special offensive hold, which is, it sort of breaks the system a little bit. It's just like a counter. It's got the properties of a counter and properties of a throw, which means it can be thrown.
That itself was a catch throw.
Okay, that's a regular throw.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right about that. Let me think. This game also has something that other games don't have, which is a stun system.
Yep.
So you're playing neutral, right? And if you're used to other 3D fighters, you're not just gonna launch someone in neutral most of the time, unless they whiff big, and you can do that. A lot of what you're fishing for is a stun. So once the stun happens, that's when the party starts.
Yeah.
That's when you can.
That's when rock paper scissors
Right.
starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you could put your mix up on someone.
Yeah. So I think you told me when you hit someone with that, it's equivalent of getting a jump in, and because the next attack,
Similar.
the next attack, they have to guess,
Right.
Yeah.
and it works both ways. It's not just you get a free jump in clean shot. Now the game begins. So like, can you show like a little demonstration of like what's you successfully getting the stun and then optimizing your damage, and then the next example would be he guesses right and holds you.
Okay, so one of Bass's best launchers is his up and kick. It looks like this, and if you stun someone first, it launches them super high.
Yep.
So I can do this and then up kick and then hit him with this. Big old combo into an Oki situation. This is a very good Oki, very, very good. I can keep the pressure on after I knock him down. But if he guesses right, that's a high kick, so I'm going to do this, and then he can hold high.
Nice.
And a lot of people, when that happens, they think, oh, man, that sucks. But if you think about it, Bass, he doesn't have to do that high kick.
No.
He can just go into this mid punch. And if he holds high, hold high for me. Oops, nah. He's still getting launched into the same situation.
Right.
So it's like, does he really want to take that chance to hold? And then if he does, like, hold after this? And then you're just going to get tossed into the same situation. So getting the first hit in neutral is more important in this game than it has been in the past few DOAs, because you have so many more options to just immediately launch opponent. You don't have to play. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do like. You don't have to play the stun game. A lot of older games, you have to just guess. Every time you do another move, you give them another chance to get out.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm starting out. How do I even approach? Because I mean, this game has the move list is very lengthy.
Yes.
But like, you kind of have to use the variations of those because you can get held at repetitious strings, as you were mentioning earlier. So, do you want to have a mixture of those strings, fish for the critical stuns? Like, what is the general neutral approach?
For me, I feel like this game is a pretty defensive game because there's not a lot of moves that are advantage on guard. It does have those, but they're sprinkled in throughout the move list. So a lot of way people keep pressure is, so I have this string with Bass, punch, punch, punch. Yeah. And it's safe. But it's kind of delayable. So I could delay it a little bit. See? Or I can just not do anything. And he doesn't know whether I'm going to delay, whether I'm going to finish it, or whether not. So a good thing to know when you sort of know your strings is you don't always need to finish that string. You can stop sometimes, and then he's gonna be frozen and want to do something, and then that was a bad thing to mix up with, but I could just do something else, and that's a way to keep pressure on the game. It's sort of a mind game in itself, because if you do stop your string short, they can keep their pressure going, but the number of options make it a viable strategy. They can't be prepared for everything.
No, you're right. It's you feel like doing the holds in the middle of the strings. You're guessing to a point where until you see some repetition in their strategy, right? Yeah. Sometimes you want to let them go, and that's just the name of the game. Like they don't want you to have a repetitious mindset because you will be punished for it.
Right.
Yeah. So how do you approach this game in neutral?
Honestly, I want to say my mindset is a little bit more on par with Jared. It is a very defensive game. Like he said, the holds in this game really kind of make or break in this game. Specifically here, though, my approach, which I'm trying to get used to now, is the stun launch game. In previous games, your stun threshold was key. You had to stun until you got to max threshold to get the max level launch.
Yeah.
Or as in Dead or Alive 5, you can critical burst, and that gives you a free combo. However, as in this game, you don't need that. You can stun into a launch and into your combo, or you can just pick your favorite stun, launch, and then combo.
Got it. So, and then optimization. When because you definitely have like meter up there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit of how to utilize that, and then and also all the uses behind it?
Right. Well, meter usage is new in this edition, of course. The meter can be used two ways. One, I want you to to Bass's PPP. And I'll break. So, if you are unsure of how your opponent is going to attack you next, you can do one of two things. You can get a break hold, which gives you a sabaki, a 12-frame sabaki that will, well, self-explanatory. Sabaki, the move that your opponent threw, and it will counter it. It's another counter. However,
a sabaki is pretty much an attack that has counter frames in it.
Yeah.
It's very big in Virtua Fighter. So usually it's like a slow attack, but if you attack them in that big windup, it's like a bait. Like I'm baiting you into hitting me. I know you're gonna throw this move, so it's attack and a counter at the same time.
And let's set this to infinite.
Always max. There we go. Okay, so that's one.
That's
so you
one,
can counter high, mid, and low with that, right?
No,
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So you're doing a super, but the other usage, I'm getting ahead of myself, is the hold one,
It's the
right?
break hold.
It's
Yes.
the break hold. Yeah.
This is the break hold.
Yeah.
That will counter any level of attack,
Any
no
level
matter
of
what.
attack.
And it uses half of your bar.
It uses half of your bar.
Half of the bar, and the damage is minimal because it's very low risk.
All it does is reset the neutral. Maybe there's a slight disadvantage or advantage for the person who's
Once you use the break hold, you are automatically at +5. You are 5 frames at advantage over your opponent.
See. And
Yeah.
that's my data. That's why it says -5.
Yeah.
Then are there any follow-ups to that, or is that's more like a push-away move?
This is a get off of me move.
Just a get off of me.
This
okay.
is just get off of me.
So that's how they
Yeah.
balance it out.
Yeah.
Because if they did give you an extender off that, it'd be a little too good.
Yeah, no guaranteed damage off
No
that.
guaranteed
And
damage.
if you have a pixel of life left, it will not kill.
Yeah.
Those will never kill.
It will never kill. Okay.
Never kill.
Okay.
It's a little
but
more-
the regular holds do.
Yes,
Yeah.
the regular hold will
Yeah,
kill.
of course. Okay.
The two main uses I see out of this is you can use it out of stun. You can absolutely just use it out of stun and hope for the best, you know? However, there is another way to use it is after Fatal Stun. If you use it out of Fatal Stun, you have the option to get thrown or counter the opponent's move.
Okay. So yeah, it's one of those things where, remember, you get that critical stun, and like, damn, but I do have meter, and my life is kind of low. So should I
Risk it?
risk it,
Yeah.
or just let him combo me? So it's that's where the mind game is. It's an extra layer of like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna eat the damage.
Yep.
Because he's probably gonna bait my my meter hold.
Yeah, the mindset is very character specific. So, for example, Bass, we
Yeah.
saw how much damage he did on high
yeah.
counter.
Yeah.
So, if he hits me with a Fatal Rush and I try to hold out of it, he has the option to continue it or throw me for absolutely insane damage.
Oh yeah.
I didn't do the right thing, but yeah. He can. Bass is one of those characters where you can hold, but it's a very risky
It's
option.
super risky.
Bass in this game reminds me a lot of Zangief.
Yep.
You know, you just pick your spot, play defensively, and then once you get that throw, you can keep the pressure on.
So then they do have supers, right? Like what do they call them in this game?
Break blows.
Break
They're called
blows.
break blows.
All right, and there's a couple special properties with these, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Can you demonstrate those properties?
Yeah, the first one is the Sabaki that I mentioned earlier.
Sabaki, that's right.
So, you can catch the opponent in the middle of a move and
middle of the
Sabaki
move,
it.
and then yep.
This, however, reduces the damage by a little bit.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so it's not completely optimal, I guess. But you can also use it as a whiff punish.
That's what I mainly use it
Yeah.
as.
Okay. That's where you get the most damage from it.
Yeah, because if someone's coming in, like, do your back punch string to me. So, like, if they're just want,
4-6 XP?
no, just back punch. Yeah. If he's whiffing that at me, I'm just gonna hit him with that and be like, why are you whiffing? You know.
Oh yeah.
Why are you throwing out random moves? I got the upper hand.
It's the guaranteed damage too. So yeah. So
And
you don't have to play that critical stun and then he can still guess kind of my next attack or read it.
And another option out of this is you can actually cancel this on hit. So on hit, you cancel it by hitting the guard button, and they're in this situation, it's a fatal stun. So they can't do normal holds, they have to use meter. So if your opponent doesn't have meter, you want to stop, and then you just do this to them. You just continue the combo, and then you're going to hit them over the edge. Oh no, I didn't hit him far enough. But you can. I
didn't know you can do that. Okay,
yeah,
that's pretty dope.
So you get any launcher you want. It's going to be max height because it's off that fatal stun, and then you could just, go and pick them apart.
Oh yeah, you like to keep it going, Jared.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's this guy is like, you got to be defensive, and then when you go in, you don't stop. That's what I like.
And then the other major feature of Dead or Alive games, the stages.
Yes.
Like the stage hazards. Can you show us like? There's a lot, but like,
So-
which ones to watch out for? Yeah.
There's one of the big ones is partitions, and like I remember how earlier I said you need to be aware of where you are on the stage. So say he's right here. You might think you're safe right here, right? No, yeah, right here, it's good. But I'm going to launch him up, bounce him, and then do this kick, which does a lot of pushback into this.
What?
And this is a situation where
I have to guess.
They
This
have
is
to
a
guess.
I have to guess situation.
so if I hit him with this, he's in a stun. I can hit him with a low. I can just do a launcher. I could do a different hit level launcher. Or if he wants to hold, I could just,
Get back over there.
and then
Come here, kid.
reset it, and then
Oh, what? Oh, you can go do that again?
it's like a reset. If you wait for the recovery of the hold, you'll still throw them, but you'll reset the situation. So that's one of the big things, one of the big stage hazards in this game.
Oh, wow. And I've seen that where, like, the Fight Club type of stage where the crowd grabs them and then pushes you back.
Yeah.
You do that there too, kind of, right?
That's not on this stage, but we're going to show you that.
Oh man,
that's a good situation. It's not as strong as I thought it was initially, but there are good strategies that you can make the most out of that situation. Let's go to
Would be a throwdown.
yeah, throwdown.
The option's also there, but there's an option to remove danger zones entirely from the stage if you really wanted to. But
Yeah, but this
why
is Dead
would
or
you want
Alive.
to? This is Dead or Alive.
So-
Environment's,
so it's,
environment's a part of it.
All stages are tournament legal?
No.
Which ones are not?
Okay, I think the one that we were just on is not. They have a whole list of stages for the Dead or Alive World Tour that are not allowed. I don't know how they came to those conclusions, but there's a pirate ship stage that I'm actually not a big fan of that's banned, and I'm happy about it.
Okay.
This stage might be banned also.
Oh, okay.
But when you're playing with your friends and you're practicing, you're not gonna turn this stage off.
No,
you're just gonna let it rock. So go ahead and hit me into these guys. See these guys over here? They're jerks. You want to stay away.
Oh,
They throw you, but get back in there. You're not done.
Do you get guaranteed damage on that, or is it just a reset?
You don't get guaranteed damage.
Yeah.
They have to hold, but if they don't hold, you can launch them.
Oh, wow.
So I can't block out of this. So go ahead and do this.
Show me the nasty.
And then you put them in another situation. Or you can just launch them up. Doesn't matter.
As you can see, I love the dirt, bro.
Oh, this is dirty. This is dirty because you can there are situations where you can like go for a throw and still be plus. So like that's probably bad to do with actually.
Get back in there.
I can go for
Get
a throw.
back in there.
And I'm still going to be at advantage because so if he holds, I throw him, but if he doesn't, I'm going to keep the pressure on because I'm plus. So it's a situation where you might think, oh, they can just guess out of it.
Yeah.
But if he holds,
Get back in there.
I did it too early. There's timing. You got to learn it. But there are situations like that where you can cover two options at once.
Okay. Nice.
Another stage thing is if you want to put your back to those pallets over there.
These are breakable environments.
Yeah.
Breakable.
These environments guarantee a free launch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is pretty much... Is it the only environmental hazard in this game that can give you guaranteed damage?
These and the exploding barrels.
Right, the exploding barrels. These...
Don't get me started.
Oh, man. Just wait till we get there.
Oh.
These will absolutely 100% guarantee you a free launch. However, that depends on your position on the stage. So if you're super far away, say about, well, maybe half, a little more, yeah, that distance, and you for some reason knock me way back over there, if you don't have enough time to reach that gap, you reset.
Ah, got it.
So there's a window where you can get the free launch. It's not just you get the free launch.
All right, so we talked about general approaches, your character selection. the special moves with this game, the systems, I think we're ready to see you guys play.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see you guys get in.
A real match?
Yeah, a real match.
I'm down. I'm going to show what Bass can do.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to commentate while I play, too. Let's see if I can do that.
I don't mind getting bodied.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. You never know. So I'm going to be sticking with Bass.
I'm going to be sticking with Elliot.
Because Bass is the dirtiest man in Dead or Alive. Right, as of now. We'll see how that changes.
Tina would be too, right?
Tina's very strong in this game, but not in the way that Bass is.
Okay.
Bass has if he gets a knockdown, he can guess right a couple more times and win the round. It's like Zangief, you know? Zangief gets an EXSPD, and you better, if you guess wrong, you're losing the round.
Yep.
Very similar.
Just a reminder, guys, if you do like what you see, you know, we do have, this event is, 100% of this event is going to the Goodwill Charity Invitational that's taking place April 27th, 28th. If you guys would like to donate to a great cause, there's a contribute button on the bottom of the stream under the description. I mean, if you just want to hang out and watch, you can also do that too. We highly appreciate it. Enjoy the Dead or Alive 6 match.
Yeah, so right now we're in Unforgettable, which is a combination of a bunch of stages in Dead or Alive's past. He's using Elliot, so I know he's very linear. So if he's going to come in strings with me, I'm going to be ready with that sidestep attack. So he went for the throw. That's unsafe. He's going to. Oh, he didn't punish me with a command throw, so I was able to break it. Throws are not breakable unless it's a neutral throw. So he can't really do many strings because I'm going to sidestep that if he does. So we go the situation right there. I finished the juggle and I went for that pickup, and he teched. But if he techs, I do a low throw. Let me see if I can get him again. We're going up in the air.
He beat out my throw.
So if I end the combo with this and go for the low throw, I'm still plus right now.
Oh, wow.
But if he decides...
Sounds like an OS?
It's an OS.
Yeah.
It's an OS.
Option select.
Oh, I didn't punch that correctly. I'm just out of it. I'm going to run up to him and I'm going to sidestep attack, and he's not going to punish it.
Oh, now he got it. He got it. Yeah, that's a special addition to this game, too. Sidestep attacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're minus 15, so they're very unsafe, but they'll get you out of a lot of jams. So I'm going to use this wake-up kick. Wake-up kicks are very strong. All right, I should have punished that.
Oh, yeah, so you got under with a low hold.
All right, let's see. So I'm going to try to throw him.
Ooh.
Get my mix-up started.
That's an 8-frame throw.
So he's not going to do anything, so I'm just going to go for that throw.
Yo, damn. Oh, my God.
It's -4, so I'm going to step. Oh, good. He did an attack that couldn't be hit by my sidestep attack, but was linear. So that was very smart on his part. That's plus. Oop. Not plus enough for Bass. Oh, no, he's just going to get tossed in me. He's going to get tossed in me.
Oh, and he gets run over by the tank.
Oh, yeah, and I could have done more right there, too.
Oh, what?
All right, let's see. See, that's what Bass is all about. Bass is all about setting up that OS situation. See, I thought he was going to throw me, so I attacked. And
oh, you got to guess. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, you're going to get...
There's also weight classes, so he can't do as much damage to me because I'm a big dude than he could to a character such as himself. So he's going to go into that. I'm not even going to hold. I don't care. I'm not going to use my meter on this. Look at the damage scaling. Whatever. All right. So I gotta pick my spot here. Try to get my mix up going because I could still win this round. I'm still very much in this round. He has no meter. I have full meter.
Yep.
We're gonna go ride.
Wow. Oh, that's your favorite throw.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna do it again.
Oh, and you.
And I'm gonna do this.
I've got no meter, so I can't do anything about that.
Ooh!
Oh, no. Oh, see.
Oh,
I went for a running kick, and I did a little too slow. I would have hit him, though. See, Bass is always in it. He's always in it.
Someone in the chat got a good question.
Yeah, what's that?
DBC Loop asks, how many weight classes are there?
There are 3, light, medium, and heavy, but there's slight differences inside the weight classes. I shouldn't have done that. So I'm going for that launch, and then we're back in that situation. He's got to guess. Oh, I messed up. Alright, so now I'm just waiting. I got hit right there. That's a low. Can block it. So I know Elliot's linear, so I'm going to go for that risk. That's a good risk for me. Get off me. You're linear. I'm going to get my space.
Ooh, wow, what a Connor.
Yeah, that was a good, good run up and throw.
Is that it?
That might be it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Additional damage when you hit the wall, right?
The wall is a guaranteed 10 points of damage.
Nice.
So even if it's scaled to the max, you still, no matter what, you will get 10 points of damage.
See, he laid on the ground there, so I was able to pick him up for free. All right, sidestep attack. That was good. That moves +2, I believe. So, oop, he's gonna get punished. We're going over the partition. I'm gonna do this move, and that sets me up for one of those.
Okay.
But he
got
break-killed out.
Oh, that was a punish. Oh no, he's slow.
I got greedy and I tried to do punish with a. Okay, so.
Oh wow, was that mid?
That was a no. That's a high.
That's a high. Okay.
He just caught me hit buttons. So I'm just gonna throw that out.
Wow.
I'm just gonna throw it out.
Yeah.
That can be thrown if you threw it in the right frames, or you can meaty it and you'll hit the meaty. But in neutral, it's pretty good because if he hits a button, he's going to get hit, and if he blocks it, I'm plus. I get rid of all my meters, so I lose some defensive options. But it's also good if they block because it's a way to start your pressure.
Here, play one more game and play another stage.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick another stage.
You did random?
Yeah, I did random.
So this should be another stage. The cool thing about Dead or Alive is if you pick random, whether it's character or stage, it's a new random every time you play. Rematch, you get a new character. Rematch, you get a new stage.
Yeah. My general approach was to, because I come from a Tekken background.
Yeah.
It's trying to find the frame advantage moves, but I slowly figured out that that wasn't really working out. It wasn't. Like, people were just kind of reading that repetition of me trying to like do the same thing over and over, but no. Ooh, okay.
Oh, duck is risky, but it's viable in some situations. See, good punish right there. And I'm in a mix-up with it. That's not a good spot for me.
Oh, wow.
He's
so you can throw that over and over?
Yeah, I could, since I am +10.
Right.
If the opponent decides not to do anything, I can keep doing that, do another throw. If the opponent does decide that they want to hit buttons, I can get a guaranteed launch off of that.
Oh, yeah. So what you mean by being +10 is being 10 frames of advantage.
Yes.
So what's the fastest punch and what's the fastest throw in this game?
The fastest throw in this game is 4 frames. The fastest punch in this game is 9 frames.
9 frames. So that meaning that he's +10, he beats at least the 4. No wait. They can throw you out, no?
+10? No, because you can't throw someone who is in block or hit.
Okay, got you.
They have to be able to like you can't just get a free move.
Yeah, +10 is still a lot, man.
Good hold right there. You know, if you do that move twice, you're gonna get held. This one, mid punch, no other option. So that was my bad. Oh no!
That is gonna.
Oh
hurt.
No! See, I like using that kick.
Oh my God! Did he throw you out of your move?
He threw me out of my break hold.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna go in the air and we're just gonna finish this round. That's what Bass wants to do. He wants to throw you up, or he wants to launch you into that situation. That's what his game
throw is really scary, honestly.
Go linear. Oops. Oh, that's unsafe. So I'm gonna throw punishment is how how it works in this game.
Oh, you're gonna do him like that in the trash can?
Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh. And then I'm gonna do the same thing as last time.
Oh man.
Oh no. Oh, this
so
is
That's gonna hurt.
if it hits the wall, he's dead. Okay.
Oh,
so,
it didn't hit the wall.
So this isn't the best situation. I was really hoping that was gonna kill. So I've got to find a way in. Didn't break that throw. There was a spot in the middle where I could break it.
Oh, no,
wow, he went for all of it.
Sidestep.
See, Elliot's only option out of the tracks is unsafe, so that's his big weakness. He's super linear.
Yeah.
And you got to take advantage of that.
It's very linear. His tracking isn't the best, but it still works for him. Now, if I decided not to be linear about it, I could have had the match, but still. Fighting Bass is scary in itself.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, he's got really good damage off of just a single throw, and he can just run up throw you.
Yeah, and it's good to explore every. Some characters could be linear, some characters are kind of the grapplers, and as much as they want to the scary thing about grapplers is that they don't have to throw you. They do not. They can just
do mids.
They can do a lot of mids. They can scare you with all these big power moves, and that's the beauty of grapplers. And then there's like all around characters where you have Ayane where she does a bunch of twirls and no kicks come out until like 5 seconds later. And you're like, what? That kicked?
That's right.
Yes. So
Ion is a very, very
Yeah,
good spacing
yeah,
character.
I'm
Yeah.
a fan.
So, guys, I want to, obviously give big shout-outs and thank you so much for
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having
showing
us. Really.
the guys and girls at home a little bit about the OA. There's a lot to learn with this game. I mean, of course, you got to go through the entire move list, play online, play versus these guys. Where can they follow you guys on Twitter?
I don't have a Twitter, so I'll pass
Oh,
that
you don't have
along.
a Twitter. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got a Twitter. My Twitter is @iThe Apprentice, same as it is usually, but this time with an underscore underneath it. So it's iThe_Apprentice.
Okay.
And if you want to find out more about the game, you can go to freestepdodge.com.
Yep.
Find out your local scene Discord. That's how a lot of stuff is done these days, is through Discord.
Discord.
SoCal DOA has our own Discord. Go to our thread on freestepdodge.com. Find it there. Or if you live somewhere else, there's a good chance that your local scene has either a thread up or a Discord. And it's good to just get out there and learn with the people. Go out there, play, get beat up. I still get beat up whenever I play other games out there, just to try to learn. And it's all part of the experience. You know, it's all part of learning.
Yeah, for sure. And guys in the West Coast, SoCal scene, NorCal scene, if you're interested in DOA, talk to your tournament organizers. Say like, hey, is it cool if I can bring my setup so you can play casuals there? They're probably gonna say, yeah, sure, man. Why not? And that's how the scene starts. It's not just gonna appear when it's convenient. It appears when someone like you or these gentlemen out here come out and support. So we do our best. So thank you guys again so much for watching Dead or Alive 6 segment.
Yes, thank you.
Coming up next, we got some Tekken 7. So we will see you in a little bit. Take care, guys.